Thank you very much, Nick and Ange. I'll have to rewrite my speech now. It is a pleasure for BDO to continue to support these awards. We've been a long-standing supporter and very pleased to continue to do that because it just acknowledges the excellence in sport that we have right across the region. This particular award recognises outstanding contribution and achievements by a coach, be that age group, club, school representative, and that person has performed to elite level or is a good role model in the community. Coaching is actually more than just providing insight and development in technical skills. You are required to inspire and lead teams, create a vision, develop an inclusive culture and drive engagement and performance, but also being authentic. For those out there that have coached, it's also about a commitment to self-improvement and adapting to new challenges, and maybe in some cases having a thick skin. And I'm sure the coaches of the Blues or Canterbury, their speech at halftime might have been quite colourful. On behalf of you all, I'd also like to thank all the coaches out there, those that weren't nominated but participate every day. Those that were nominated, thank you very much. And the winner of the BDO Coach of the Year award is Julian Ineson.
Worse than not getting a video, now you have to do the live chat. What we haven't seen tonight is your results, so perhaps we start by you talking us through the amazing success that you've actually had this year.
We've had over the last 12 months, and the athletes have done outstandingly well. Like, one of the highlights obviously for me last year was Marshall Erwood with the under-23 with the National Road Championships, because it would be, I think, right back to Zeno in the early 2000s that we last won that particular road race at the National Champs. And over 200k to step up into that category from a juniors, that there was certainly one of the major highlights. But just in recent months, our national our track championships, where we've got a lot of new juniors in their first ever championships, just having a great time, picking up medals, PBs, but also just coming together as a really cool club. So it was great to see and be part of that with the coaching team that we have down here.
I'm going to ask you the impossible question. Was there a favourite moment, a highlight of the year?
Yeah, definitely. Both those things actually, and that from the very grassroots right through to Marshalls and that there with that road championships and being selected into the top level for going from Oceania championships, track championships, road, and he was just consistent across the board there. But for our club, just as I said, both road and track, we've got a lot of new ones here, and some of them are nominated tonight. And from a coach's point of view, not necessarily as their coach, but to be able to, the work that's gone on behind the scenes, seeing the likes of the Corbin Strongs of this world, and those guys at the top level. Riley Ackroyd just recently winning the National Road Championships, and they're as a club member, as a life member, and it's pretty special.
Indeed. Now, we talk about athletes all the time. We say, look, talk us through that big moment in that race, and what were you doing at this point, and da-da. But as a coach, you're living every single moment as well. Tell us about that.
Oh, it's very, very relaxed. It's very relaxed.
Chill.
And any coach, any parents, and they all feel the same, don't they? And I think that one of the key things is being a sort of a coach, and that you are trying to, doesn't matter how much internally, and that all the stresses that are going on, they're doing enough of that themselves, and part of your role is to try and just keep them focused and relaxed with it, and hopefully that, we know, not just myself, but as I said, a number of the coaches in our team at Cycling Southland do a great job of doing that and ensuring that when the athlete gets on whether it's on the track, onto the road and so forth, and that they'll put the best performance out there, and the sort of performances we've seen over the last 12 months prove that too.
But they can only put out that brilliant performance because you've got them to the right place at the right time with the right skills and the right attitude.
Yeah, and I guess that's true. But there's so many different elements. I mean, the coach plays one part of it, but when we're fortunate, we've got the likes of the academy with Jason and the team, and they all play a part in it. the chief sponsor, the parents, and that making sure they're getting them to their various events and so forth, and that right through from school and everything. Like, there's so many different people that play a part in ensuring it. And I think it's been said a few times already here tonight that Invercargill is very fortunate, Southland's very fortunate to have great people in behind it and organisations, as we've seen here tonight, and that both from a sponsorship point of view, but just fully get in behind these athletes so they can achieve at the best level that they're aiming for.
You've talked a lot about other people. What about you, Julian? What's going on with you? What's next? What's your headache at the moment? What's your celebration at the moment? Obviously, winning an award's all right.
What's going on for me is the fact I was leaning on that wall back there, quite enjoying my Corona, and that's just looking forward to seeing who was going to be awarded here. And it certainly wasn't expected to be myself, even though there was a few people around here trying to tell me it was going to be that case. And that our life's just as busy as per usual, and that between the real job of being a school principal and with Cycling Southland, and that we're going through some changes and that there, and there's some really cool initiatives going on and some planned things coming up in the very near future that we're very excited about. And we've got a core group of great volunteers that are just getting in behind things and that there, and being just part of that, and that just to see this new generation that's coming through. And as I said, we've got some outstanding athletes that are just performing so well on the world stage at this moment in time from Southlands here that, that keeps you going, and that's there, and just love being part of that.
I know that athletes, cyclists in particular, everywhere are saying exactly what you've just said about all of those people around you and all these great volunteers. They're saying the exact same thing about you.
Oh, they probably had a few drinks then.
They got to finish their Corona.
That's it. And no, but I mean, it's just, all those in here that are, for all the awards here tonight, they've been a part of from the grassroots right through, potentially right up to the elite. Whatever you've done in that there, you've made a difference, and it's just nice to be part of that story and that there, and then there's those athletes that grow and that there, and there's many of them that still keep in contact, and that's awesome when I hear from the likes of, often from Nick Kirkazoo and so forth, he's racing in Korea, and they're all over the world. They get some pretty good air points, these guys, and that what we do need to negotiate as coaches is how they can actually take us with them too and enjoy some of these trips.
I feel like that's your next work in progress.
I feel that could be that we need to negotiate that one into the contract as a volunteer coach. But no, it's just I'm really just very honoured to be up here tonight and to receive this. And thanks to BDO and everyone that's organised here tonight. It's just been great to be part of.
It's fabulous to have you here. Congratulations once again, ladies and gentlemen. Julian Ineson, BDO Coach of the Year.